Hey everyone, it's Chris from Smithy Finance with the midday market report for Wednesday, March 12th. So we've had a little bit of a rally from the bottoms when we last spoke on Monday, and it feels kind of good to see a little bit of a bounce. And the thing of it is when you're buying these soaring stocks, when you're catching that falling knife, when things do start to turn, you need to let a little go. So, for example, my average price on Reddit is like, I don't know, 165 or 162 or something like that. But I did get some as low as 106 on Monday. I mean, it was just one of those YOLO trades. You know, you only live once, and what the hell? What have I got to lose at this point? So I did stick in a bid, or I did buy some, and I sold it on the open this morning at 133 or whatever it was. So again, that's a big jump from the bottom. And that's what we want to try to take advantage of. Look at this. We want to try to take advantage of that volatility. And even though I'm selling it below my average price, I'm not selling much. I mean, it's not even, I don't know, it's a little, maybe 2% of my holdings or something like that. But taking some off, because these markets will punish you if you don't take advantage of that swing. We are not through the weakness in my view. I think we're going to have more of it. There's still lots of tariff talk, and that can just sewer the whole markets and everything gets hit. In the case of Reddit, I doubt it goes all the way back down. And for many of them that I was buying, Super Microcomputer, STRL, Sterling, I forget the name of the company even, Ivanhoe, IVN, AYA, when I sold a little bit of that yesterday because it had a big rally, but again, sold some below my average price. So let's just recap. We've got the market right now. The NASDAQ's up a couple hundred points or 150. The Dow is down 150. It's just been down, down, down. And the high beta stocks, the high volatility stocks, most of them are bouncing. We've seen Tesla bounce off its bottom pretty good. We've got gold higher, we've got silver higher, copper way higher. So 485 on copper. That's, I don't know, we're really close to a 52-week high. I think we crossed $5 at one point, maybe a year ago. But that looks really good for the copper stocks, including my Ivanhoe. So all these things are looking better. Silver 33.5, which is really close to a breakout. I think that's got a really good chance of going 35, and then we could see 40 and 45, and all those silver stocks, I included, are going to run. So there's some good things. Bitcoin bounced off the bottom. All the cryptos did. We saw Bitcoin at 77 one night. I saw it at 84 this morning. Right now it's 81.5. Couldn't quite hold, as we got a headline out of Canada that they're doing some retaliatory tariffs on $21 billion worth of goods. So, you know, it's just not over, and I'm sure we're going to see Trump come back on and pummel the Canadians. But so it goes, man. This is a tricky market, but you've got to take advantage of the bounces. You need to have open orders all the time, so that if it just gets there for a moment, you're able to take advantage of it. So here I am walking around Palenque, which is a beautiful part of Mexico City, and I thought I'd be a travel guide as well and just kind of walk through this gorgeous park that they've got here. It's very long. I don't know, it might be a kilometer long, and it's pretty spectacular. As you can see from all the trees and the ponds, it's a beautiful place. But anyway, back to the market. So have your open orders. I did do some selling, but I've put some orders, some buy orders back in to take advantage of anything that could come while I'm out walking around. And you know, this is the way it goes. The open orders really give you some power. They take away a little bit of the emotion too, because if the order's already in, you're less likely to cancel it. Whereas if you don't have the order in and everything's getting pummeled, you're kind of thinking, nah, I think I'll just hold off for now as things don't look so good. But that open order was the smart thing to do and to stay with it. So I always want to take advantage of this volatility to its fullness. And there we go with a few more dogs. Lots of dogs in the city. Lots of dog walkers with 4, 5, 6. I saw one with 9 dogs. Pretty spectacular. Let's talk about sentiment for a minute. Yesterday, so Tuesday morning when I woke up and Seeking Alpha, I'm on their mailing list and I get all their little blurbs. Two headlines were, "Too early to buy Palantir," and another headline said, "Too early to buy NVIDIA, avoid the falling knife." And so that's really kind of a good sign. When everybody is tilting the boat on the other way, when everybody is too afraid to put in a bid, even though these stocks are down 30% or more from their lows, it's still too early to buy. When it gets down 40%, it'll still be too early to buy. They're always waiting for the perfect buy point, the absolute collapse, the 1929 bottom, that sort of thing. And that almost never happens. And again, we've talked about scaling. You've got to be able to buy some, but still have some buying power if they are correct and it keeps going down. But of course, that was basically the short-term bottom. We're playing the bounce, taking advantage of the bounce, and it may very well go lower again. But you've got to be able to separate from the hysteria and from the fear of the crowds, and to be able to just cold-eyed look at these things and go, okay, well, the growth on NVIDIA is fantastic. The growth in Palantir is fantastic. And yes, these stocks have been compressed. I'm not in Palantir, but I am in the Super Micro, which is an AI play. So I was quite happy to see that headline. It gave me a little more confidence that I was on the right path by doing some buying. And those headlines, they'll be chasing, when we get a 10% move up or a 20% move up and it seems to sustain, then they'll be chasing, okay, it's safe now. Go buy it at 25% higher than the low. And you know who's selling there? Me. I'm giving it to them. So this is how we've got to think about it. Do not be pulled in by the masses, because they will, they're chasing the tops and selling the bottoms, and not taking advantage of this volatility, which is worth a lot of money as long as you can play that volatility and have the courage to fade. Basically, you're fading your instincts when everything is diving, and you're feeling kind of sick. You got to hit the buy button, and I mean, we've talked about this. When things are looking great, you got to hit the sell button and just forever. And you'll become like me, where you're just inured to it, and it's not a problem anymore. Okay, so there it is. Kind of hard to keep my train of thought through all of this, being in a foreign land. It's interesting being here, not speaking Spanish, and there's a lot of Spanish speaking and very little English speaking once you're out of the hotels. So it's kind of weird. I got my Translate apps and my Siri, and it helps a lot. But it's quite the adventure. All right, enough of my rambling. I will. Thanks for checking in, and I will see you in the next one.